has a plan to house their influx of illegal immigrants. Put them in rent-free luxury apartments, while Chicago puts homeless illegals in buses to shelter during cold
That's painful.
Here to discuss what's happening in their towns is Andre Smith from Chicago and Brent Fuel from Maine. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here. Brent, let me start with you because on its face it seems just that much more egregious that in Maine they're paying for and building luxury apartments that illegals can stay in for up to 2 years rent-free.
Wow.
Explain the priorities in Maine.
Well, Pete, they've got their priorities wrong. So, first of all, it's good to be with you this morning. This is part of Governor Mills' initiative to attract and settle up to 75,000 new Mainers over the next 5 years. And yes, you are right. She has offered illegal migrants up to 2 years of free rent and brand new apartments.
Wow.
60 new apartments.
This hurts me.
At a cost of $3.5 million to taxpayers.
That's sad.
Exclusively for illegal migrants. And, you know, that's just with Maine families already struggling with finances and the economy. This is just pouring salt in the wound. Maine has over 4,000 homeless and over 25,000 low-income Mainers who are on a waiting list for subsidized housing, some of them waiting up to 7 years before they can get this state benefit.
So 30,000 citizens of Maine who are waiting for this.
Oh, that's painful.
Are having it built for them in real time. Andre, how about Chicago? Give us a sense of how taxpayers, citizens in Chicago are feeling about how the city treats illegals vis-a-vis, say, homeless.
This is what brings detention to people in the United States.
The residents of the city of Chicago is very feel left out.
I don't even live in Chicago, and I feel bad about.
For many years, they paid into a tax system that they.
It's an insult.
And they see they hard-earned tax dollars going to illegal migrants. The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, stated himself that Chicago is dealing with a crisis. This language or term, sanctuary city, have caused a major disaster with no plan. You have migrants living now in buses with no water, no showers, no vaccinations. Just yesterday, you had 32 schools in Chicago, public schools with children in them. All the power went out. So our kids was in the public schools yesterday with no water, no heat, in the dark, no lights. This is a disaster. So, but we blame this on the mayor for allowing the sanctuary city and the migrants to come into Chicago. So you welcome them.
No doubt. Powerfully said.
That's sad.
Did voters know they were voting for this with this government?
Wow.
Was it open that, hey, we're going to be...
And it's going to trickle all over in other states, so be prepared.
This has actually come as a surprise to many of us. And what I would also say is this policy is encouraging human smuggling at the northern border. We talk a lot about the open southern border. We have the same thing in the northern border. And illegal crossings have surged over 200% in the boundary between Canada and Maine.
Incredible. Any sense, real quick, Brent, that voters in Chicago at some point will wake up to this madness?
Well, let me tell you that the residents of Chicago are frustrated. You know, they're really angry, they're mad, you know, and they believed and they was hopeful that when city council and this mayor was voting on whether the voters can vote for sanctuary city or not, Mayor Brandon Johnson denied the access. He took the rights away from residents in the city of Chicago to have the right to vote on whether they wanted Chicago to be a sanctuary city or not. So
this is not good.
As talking to residents,
I have humanity for people.
Some of them are even going red.
But
they're saying they're not voting for the president. Some of them,
I wouldn't either.
Recall Mayor Brandon Johnson.
I'm not ashamed to say it.
We have HB 3751 that went into effect on January 1st. HB 3751 allows illegal migrants to be police officers in the city of Chicago.
Okay, why not? That's the logical extent of their thinking, right? Sanctuary city, now they should be the cops as well, and everybody should be let in, and then let everybody vote, and then you might as well not have a city in the first place. Nobody pays taxes. Sounds like a great plan. Andre and Brent, thank you both so much, if depressing.
That's sad. That's really